Okay, so hey everyone, today we'll be discussing the problem not adding from today's Codeforces on 766 Div 2. So again, I hope you all have read the question. It wants the maximum number of times you can perform the operation on the array, and the GCD keeps on getting added. So the idea for this whole question was, so let's just say you want the main idea behind the question. So let's just say you want to check if there is a GCD with X possible. Like, can you get this GCD as X? Like, are there elements in the array which will give you GCD as X? So what you can do is you can just iterate over. So let's just say you want 4. So you just want the GCD as 4. So suppose the array has 12. It also has 24. So is the GCD of 4 possible? So here the GCD of 4 is not possible because the GCD of these two numbers is 12. So when do you think we will get the GCD of 4? Suppose there are many numbers A, B, C, D, and they all are divisible by 4. But let's just say they are giving the so okay. So let's just take this example only. So if you do 12 by 4 and you do 24 by 4, what you will be getting is you will be getting a 3 and a 6. So why these two numbers didn't give GCD as 4? Because these two are not co-prime. If these two had been co-prime, your answer would have been 4. The GCD of 12 and 24 would have been 4. But these two gave you 3 and 6, which also have a GCD of 3. So yeah, when can you get a GCD of 4? When there are a list of numbers and you divide all of them with 4. You divide all of them with 4. Okay, so let's just say two numbers. Okay, so now if I add a 8 over here, if I add a 8 over here, so now I do 8 by 4, it gives me 2. It gives me, okay, I'll just one second. Okay, so you have three numbers, 8, 12, and 24. And the array is asking for, okay, tell me this is your array. Can you find two numbers with GCD of 4? So I went through the multiples of 4. I went through the multiples of 4. Okay, so that's important because that's going to reduce our time complexity. I went through the multiples of 4 and I just checked like I divided all of them with 4. So what I got is 2, 3, and a 6. Now I will ask the array like I did division by like with 4 for all the multiples of 4. Are there any two numbers which are co-prime? So they said yes, we have 2 and 3 which are co-prime. So I said then this is possible. Then you can get a GCD of 4 because there are two numbers in the whole array which when divided by 4 are giving co-prime, like they are giving co-prime numbers like 2 and 3. Then you're going to have a GCD of 4. And if you see GCD of 8 and 12 is also 4. So how can you check this? You can't just go like this, right? You can't just go like first let's just check 8 and 12, then we'll check 8 and 24, then we'll check 12 and 24. That's going to give you a TLE because you're going to run a nested for. So how we can do is if you closely observe, like so again let's just divide all of them by 4. We'll be getting 2, 3, and 6. If you see, if in the and for this whole list, if there are any two numbers which are co-prime, and in the whole list if there's any two numbers which are co-prime, the GCD of the whole list is going to be 1. So that's the catch. You can just simply iterate over the multiples of 4 which are there in the array and just take the GCD. So now if you take 2, 2 comma 3 GCD 1, again 6, GCD of these three numbers 1, then that ensures you that in the element, as soon as you got the GCD as 1, that ensures you that there are two or more elements in the list which are co-prime, and that is going to give you the GCD as 1. So that way you can ensure that okay, 4 is possible. So this was the first important concept required. And the second thing is, how will you be checking if some GCD is possible, because the question is also adding it. So what I did is I started from the back, because there is a major possibility that, so let's just say you checked for 4, if 4 is possible, and then you added it into array. Okay, so I'll give you a nice example. So let's just say 3 wasn't initially in the array. You checked in the whole list, the same logic I explained. If is GCD of 3 possible, they said yes, then I added it into my array, and let's just say I had 2 in my array before. Okay, and let's just say I first started with checking for 1, and I didn't get any element which are 1. So basically I didn't get any numbers which are which is going to give me GCD as 1. So I just skipped. So then I went to 2. 2 was already in the array. So till now I have 2. 1 is not in the array. Okay. Then I went to 3. I checked if 3, the GCD of 3 is possible. I checked if, can you tell me if 3 is possible? They said yes, it's possible. Then I said okay, let's get 3. So I just selected two numbers which are co-prime multiples of 3, and then I added 2, and then I added 3 into the array. Now if you see, 1 is possible because 2 and 3, these are co-prime numbers. 1 is possible. You can get a, so now if you see closely, you missed 1. You just checked 1 in the initial beginning, then 3 added, and now 3 is saying that okay, I can give the GCD as 1. But we are saying that no, but we have skipped 1. We are going ahead. So that's the issue, because some number which will come later on can give you a previous number. So it's better to start from the end, check for it, because then you're not going to lose any bigger number. Like there won't be any fall. Like like if you see closely, there won't be any flaws in this, because it won't say that okay, 3, I have 3, okay, let's add 3, oh, we have missed the bigger number. That's never going to happen. If you start from this end, you're going to miss the smaller numbers GCD. So yeah, 3 is here. So then just simply add, yeah, so start from the latter end, start from this end, check for every number if the GCD is there. And how we'll be checking? A simple harmonic series type time complexity. And yeah, so then if it's there, just simply add it into the array and check for this number and just keep going on. And if you are adding anytime you're adding anything, if the GCD are possible, simply do moves plus plus. So let's just see the code for this. Yeah, so just so this set is not any use, like it's not used anymore. So just take the max element, take the input array. This there, if there is equals to 1, if there el is equals to 1, that means the element is there in the array. Move is like move will be the final answer, see out move. Now this is what I'm starting from the rear end. I'm starting from the rear end. If the element is already in there, like no point in finding if there is a GCD which gives that number, so simply continue. Otherwise count I don't think it's used, but still, yeah, so count and the GCD. So what does count say? How many uh, numbers divisible with that particular j we have, and the GCD should be 1, because what GCD equals to 1 tells us, because there are minimum, it tells us that there are minimum greater, like at least 2 elements in the whole array which are multiples of j and have co-prime divisor. Like if you divide them with j, they are going to give you co-prime quotients. So yeah, so then this I is equals to j, I less than equal to mx. You have to iterate for till the maximum element only, because after that the GCD is anyways not possible. I plus equals to j if there I, like if an element is present, your, so this is over the multiples. So I will start from 4, then 8, then 12, then 16, and so on. If the multiple is there, if the multiple is there, count plus plus, GC is equals to GCD of I by j. So suppose if j is 4, then I is 4, then I plus equals to 8. Suppose 8 is in the array, I am going to find the GCD of 8 by 4, so 2. And then in the end, just check if count is greater than equal to 2, GCD is equals to 1, means you can get the GCD as this number j. Add that element into the array. How you're going to do that? There j equals to 1, because what there j tells us if that element is there in the element, if that element is there in the array. And then do move plus plus, and then simply just see out the move, see out moves. So yeah, that was pretty much it. The two things that were important is that this thing, the GCD equals 1 concept, because that way you're preventing a lot of time from getting wasted, and start from the rear end so that you don't lose out on any small elements. So yeah, thank you.